Hey guys, Lydia Foxglove with Foxglove Manga here, and today's the day I'm going to do a tour of my manga collection. I have, at this point, I counted approximately 1,800 volumes, somewhere in that neighborhood, so I'd have more if my Right Stuff orders ever came in. So I'm just going to walk you through the series that I own, tell you a little bit about them, try not to keep it from getting overly long, so I know that might happen. As you'll notice, I'm more of a reader than a collector, so I do have a fair amount of ex-library copies and things like that. I'm kind of a bargain hunter because mainly I just want to read this stuff, but it's always nice when you can get a good condition copy. So let's get started. Okay, first we have Top Shelf. I keep some nice hardcovers up here. It's a little out of the way, so sorry for the shaking. So we've got Dramacon, that's an Amera manga one-shot, and Heart of Thomas and the Poe Clan by Moto Hagio, some classic shoujo. Also in the realms of classic shoujo, we have volumes 1 through 3 of Rose of Versailles. These are beautiful editions, and there are 2 in 1, so although they're a little pricey, they're totally worth it. We have a complete set of Wandering Sun, one of the few manga that addresses trans issues. Then on these shorter shelves I have some completed series, although I don't have all of Arakawa Under the Bridge. It's almost there. So I've got 1 through 7 of Arakawa Under the Bridge. Still one more to go. Alice in the Country of Hearts 1 through 5. There was one more that was not released by Tokyo Pop, so I don't really have the complete. I'd have to switch over to the newer editions. Then I have a complete set of Boys Over Flowers, including jewelry box. As you can see, it's not in the best of condition. Lots of ex-library copies, but it was very cheap. Accumulated over a long time of searching for individual ones. Then I have a complete set of Blackbird. This is one of the sexier shoujo manga ever released. It has a good plot line too. It's a little, trashy paranormal, but enjoyable. Bride of Deimos, a complete set as far as what was ever released here. And this is a classic shoujo in the realms of kind of horror. Complete Delinquent Housewife, just a short little series that was kind of cute. Demon Love Spell, hilarious. That's a complete set. Then we have a complete set of the singles CMX put out of Emma, as well as the one-shot. Well, there were actually 2 of them, I think, in Japan, but they only released 1, of Shirley, which is kind of side stories. Then we have a complete set of Dawn of the Arcana, but I am reading it, so a couple of them are missing. Fushigi Yugi Genbu Kaiden, complete set, one of my favorite series. Nana, I have a couple volumes. I have them in here because I have the rest on order from Right Stuff, and hopefully they are reprinting them soon. And Paradise Kiss, complete set of the original editions. This is one of the first manga I ever bought, along with Fushigi Yugi Genbu Kaiden, that I still have. I had like older Sailor Moon and stuff that I got rid of when I was younger, People are dumb. Then I have a complete set of Spell of Desire, another rather sexy little paranormal witch story. Okay, then we get into the more main shelves. Semi-alphabetical, but also just kind of organized based on length of series and size and all kinds of other factors. So here's the Azumanga Daioh Omnibus. It's the complete series in 1 volume. Very cute, funny little series. Then a complete set of Barakamon, including the 18 plus 1 volume, 17, just came. I haven't shelved it yet, but it is complete. That one started going out of print right under my nose, and it was a bit of a panic trying to complete it. Then we have a complete set of one of my favorites ever, A Bride's Story by Kawamori. It's still ongoing, but I have everything that is currently released. Summer X library copies. And a one-shot, BL fans love my brother. That punctuation is in there, so I feel like I always have to exclaim it. After the Rain, a complete series and age gap. Not really a romance, just kind of a coming-of-age story that I very much enjoyed. Apothecary Diaries, a newer series. 2 are out. I love this. I can't wait for more. Bear and the Cat Returns one-shot. Such a cute Ghibli movie. A complete set of Antique Bakery that got kind of messed up in shipping because the girl put tape on them to secure them in the package. Painful, but whatever. Then I have the complete 2 volumes of Tezuka's Apollo Song. I have a couple of crappy looking volumes of Cross Game. I had 1 and 2 that I read. I don't have 3 and 4. I'm not keeping this series because I don't know that much about baseball, but I am curious to know how it goes, so they're hanging around to see if I can find 3 and 4, and then I'll read it. Well, and I need 6. And then get rid of it, but we'll see. We'll see if I find them. Banana Fish volumes 1 and 2. I have more on order. We'll see if they come in. I have the Astro Boy omnibuses, volumes 1 through 6. I'm just missing 7. I have Buddha 1 through 7. I'm just missing 8. And I'm reading them, so a couple of them are not here. Then a complete set of Blank Canvas. Akiko Higashimura, one of my favorites. She also did Princess Jellyfish, which I have, but my sister's borrowing it, so it's not on the shelf. Black Butler. I'm missing a couple that I need to fill in, but I have most of it. I think they're up to volume like 27 or something, and I have 23, but I'm also missing like 9, 11, a couple random ones, so I need to fix that situation. Blackjack. I just have volume 1. I found it cheap somewhere. Most of them are out of print and very hard to find, so that's just kind of a tease, really. Delicious in Dungeon 1 through 9. This is everything that's out of Delicious in Dungeon. And I love this manga so much. Descending Stories 1 through 9. I have 10 on order and I'm reading it, so 8 is not on the shelf. Children of the Whales. I have 1 through 14. I think it's up to 15 or maybe 16 at this point. It's a fantasy series. Haven't read it yet. BL Metamorphosis. I have 1, 2, and 4. One of my friends is borrowing, so I need to get 3. I think it's up. I think 4 is the latest. Might be 5. All My Darling Daughters, a one-shot by Fumio Shinaga, one of my favorite mangaka. I enjoyed this one-shot, even though I'm not a big one-shot person, but she's good at getting the story told quickly. And then I have The Color of Water and The Color of Earth, which is a Korean graphic novel. Well, Korean American, I believe. Not technically manga, but it just seems to fit here better than the graphic novel section because, you know, I already have manhwa here and the size of it kind of fits. Then I have Aria the Masterpiece. My sister's borrowing volume 2, and I just ordered volume 4 because I found out that these are out of print and I panicked because I love this series. I had no idea it was out of print. Manga collecting is stressing me the hell out. I still need to get 7. It's not out of print yet, so hopefully I have a little tiny bit of time, but that's definitely on my like to order soon list. The Kane Saga. I have 1, 3, and 4. I'm missing volume 2. I think it's a 4-volume series, I'm pretty sure. This is also related to Godchild. I think this might be the prequel to it. Anyway, just old shoujo beat stuff. And I have Bungo Stray Dogs, volume 1 through 6. Looking forward to reading those. I guess I'll do the fronts first, actually. I have a complete set of Dreamin' Sun by the same mangaka who did Orange. Then I have a complete set of Dengeki Daisy, another older shoujo beat title I've seen recommended an awful lot. I'm looking forward to reading it. People seem to love Kyosuke Motomi's work. I've only read Beastmaster, which was only 2 volumes, and I enjoyed it, but I didn't keep it because I don't really like short manga usually. Super short manga, that is. Devils and Realist, I'm only missing volume 11 of this. A Devil and Her Love Song. I just ordered some X-Library copies that were really cheap of 7, 8, and 10, so they're on the way. I think it's 13 volumes total, and I've been reading it, and I don't think I'm going to keep it, so I've been pulling them off the shelf as I go. Of course, if I end up liking it more as it goes, it might go right back in here, and I'll have to rearrange again. But so far, I'm enjoying it. Just, I have to be kind of brutal, or I'm going to run out of space. The Demon Prince of Momochi House. This is a 16-volume series. Just wrapped up fairly recently. A paranormal romance. And my collection of this just kind of looks crappy. So I'm probably going to replace at least this volume. And I'm missing gaps. And anyway, I'll get to that. Cyborg 009, I have volumes 1 through 5. We got these a long time ago, back when they were just like on the remainder shelf at a bookstore. Now you can't find them at all, especially the later volumes, so I'll probably never complete it. It's 10 volumes, but at least we have 5. Dragon Goes House Hunting, 1 through 4 and 6. I think 6 is the latest, or maybe 7. 5 is on order. I think this series is really cute, although no one seems to talk about it, but I just think it's funny and adorable. The Chronicles of the Grim Peddler. This was just something I picked up early on at a used bookstore. I don't expect much of it. It's just kind of sitting there. Dance Till Tomorrow, Volume 4. This is all I have. I just found it at a used bookstore. They're kind of hard to find, so I don't know how I'll do on completing it, but I would like to read it in theory. Just maybe not enough to collect it at high prices. Okay, I'm on the floor. Fushigi Yugi 3-in-1 omnibuses. I really like the way those look because you get the art color pages, even though the spines are going to get creased as soon as I read them. I'm still missing a couple of them. Oh yeah, I said I was going to do the front first. I have Final Fantasy Lost Stranger, volumes 1, 2, and 4. So I need 3, and I think a couple more have come out. It's an isekai series, and I'm not loving it, but I do love Final Fantasy 4 so much that I'll read anything that references it. So I'm just being a silly fangirl on that series. Flying Witch, 1 through 6. This series looks really cute. I'm looking forward to reading it. Fushigi Yugi Byakko Senki. This is a pretty... I'd never thought we'd see any of the Byakko story because it took Watase Yu so long to finish Genbu Kaiden. I know she's had like health issues, but at least we got 1. I don't know if we'll ever get 2. Full Moon O Sagashite. I'm missing 5. It's hard to find right now. I hear they're reprinting it. I have it on order. Fingers crossed. Eternal Sabbath by Fuyumi Soryo. This was a pretty recent pickup. It was cheap. It was X-Library, but whatever. I think I paid like $25 for all of these. And I'm still missing 8, so there's a new quest for me to add to my list of quests. And then I've got Fruits Basket. I have a complete series that starts with what they put out of the hardcover omnibuses. They put out 6. They're a 2-in-1. I really like these editions, but then they stopped putting them out. So then I had to go into the singles from there, and I found these very cheaply back when Fruits Basket was kind of everywhere. I also have Banquet and the fan book. So lucky me on that one, because now Fruits Basket is really hard to find. One of my kind of hardest to collect, most proud of series from Eroica with Love. It's pretty obscure. It took me a long time to find all these. I'm still missing 14 and 15. That was all CMX released before they went under. It's an old school shoujo series. I have not read it yet, but it looks pretty wacky and fun in a 70s kind of way, so I'm looking forward to getting to it. And this was an amazing thing where I ordered these all used from like Better World Books and thrift books and places at different times, and none of them ever showed up in bad condition, which is a small miracle. Flower of Life, kind of hard to see in the shadows, but this is another Fumi Yoshinaga series. She has so many manga that she's put out. Most of them kind of boys' love with a good plot line. I haven't read this one yet, but volume 4 was pretty hard to find, and I'm looking forward to reading it sometime. Okay, so we're on to the next shelf. I apologize if the camera gets shaky up here. It's hard to lift it and photograph these shelves. So we have Godchild. I'm only missing 2 of this one. These are pretty easy to find, so just kind of something I picked up when I see it. Here is Greenwood, another older shoujo series that really no one talks about, but I remember the anime rather fondly from the anime club back in the day. So I'm still missing volume 5. And The Gentleman's Alliance, another Arina Tanemura series, like Full Moon and Kamikaze Kaito-jan, which I don't have that one. I'm not like a super fan of the more like huge eyes magical girls, but I'll grab them if they're cheap because they're fun. Well, actually, let me go the other way. I don't know. So I have a complete series of Goong. That is a manhwa about kind of with a riff on Korean royalty, kind of an alternate imagining of it, I believe. It sounded really interesting. The art is beautiful, though I've heard mixed reviews on the plot, so we'll see what I think of it. The Girl from the Other Side, I have 1 through 9. Still need 10 and 11. I hear this series is kind of heartbreaking. And Go with the Clouds, North by Northwest. I think it's set in Iceland. I really like the kind of look of it, but I haven't read it yet. This is by the same mangaka who did Ron in the Grey World. Grenouilliers. I think this one's on hiatus, I believe. Only 3 came out. Given, I have 1 and 5, and eventually I guess I'll get my hands on the rest. Boys Love series about a rock band, and it's very out of stock right now. Goodbye My Rose Garden. I think this might be about the only Guri title I have. It looked just really cute. It's set in the Victorian era. I need to get the rest. It's only 3 volumes long. Golden Japanesque, a fairly new historical series. Really looking forward to reading that one, but I like reading in chunks, so we need to get more before I start. Golden Kamui, I have up through 20. I'm reading them right now, so a few are missing. That's one of my favorites. Hakume and Mikuchi, just a really cute looking series. I'm really anxious to start this actually, although I'm anxious to start so many things, but it just looks so cute. Hetalia Axis Powers, I have volumes 1 and 2. No one talks about this series anymore. It used to be really popular. They're just kind of there like a leftover from another era. Garden Dreams, another Fumi Yoshinaga one-shot. I kind of want to put them all together, but then I'm not sure where on the shelf they should go. Gente, which is an offshoot of Ristorante Paradiso. I love her art style, Natsume Ono. It just looks very European, but I need to get volume 2, and I also need to get Ristorante Paradiso. Hotel Africa, a manhwa. I picked it up because the art looked pretty. I ended up not really liking hardly any manhwa that I read. There's something about the pacing I find kind of confusing, so it's just kind of sitting there. But I guess at some point I'll read it. Another one shot by Fumio Shinaga, Gerard, and Jacques. Well, maybe actually it's 2 and I'm missing one. How to Treat Magical Beasts. I have volumes 1 through 4, which I think is the entire series. He's My Only Vampire, volumes 1 through 10. And that's a complete series that my friend Sue translated. High School Debut, 3-in-1s. I have 7 through 12. I found them at a used bookstore. I'll fill them in at some point. Then we have Horimiya, 1 through 3, 7, 8, 10, 11. I have the rest on order and they're just out of stock, as many of you probably know. Giant Spider and Me, a post-apocalyptic tale. A cute little cooking manga by the looks of it, and it's complete at 3 volumes. I love cute little cooking manga. That's like my happy place. Ghost Hunt Volume 1. The series is almost impossible to find. I found 1 volume at a used bookstore. Actually, I found it online and I begged my uncle to go buy it for me because he lived in that town and he did, so thank you. But I'll probably never find the rest. Heroic Legend of Arslan. Illustrated by Hiromu Arakawa from Full Metal Alchemist fame and written based on novels written by Yoshiki Tanaka, who wrote Legend of Galactic Heroes also, I believe. I'm looking forward to reading these because I love Legend of Galactic Heroes. But I have heard mixed things about them. Some people say they're kind of confusing, so we'll see. I got like bad luck with library copies with these. Honey and Clover. I have 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9. Still need to fill in gaps. 1 volume is horribly out of print. Volume 8. Just that 1 teasing volume that I don't know if I'll ever find it. House of 5 Leaves, complete with 8 volumes. Another Natsume Ono series set in a historical Japanese context. Kodacha, volumes 1 through 10. The series is complete. I got these in the nick of time before Kodacha had a resurgence and became very expensive to collect all of a sudden. Hitori Jime, My Hero. I have 1 through 4. I know this is much farther along than that. But I got them at last year's Right Stuff Summer Sale, which is coming up soon again. Maybe I'll get some more if they have it. Hanakimi, 3-in-1s. I'm missing 1 through 3 and 13 through 18. I might have these on order from Right Stuff. It's hard to remember. It's been months. I think I might have gaps on order. Gakuen Alice. This was a Tokyo Pop title that was not completed. They got up to 16. I have up through 15. They're very hard to find, so I'll probably never get 16, especially since that's not even the last volume. That's just what we got in America. I hear that series is very cute, so it would be nice if somebody would pick it up and re-release it. Haruka Stream of Time. It was a 17-volume series, and I'm missing volume 17. This one was very hard to find, too. It's just very rare. It seems like no one collected it. I don't even know if the story's that good, but I just started collecting it like an idiot anyway. The art is very pretty, and the men look beautiful, so sometimes that's enough of an impetus. Hinamatsuri, 1 through 5. This series sounds super fun. I think the guy's like a gangster taking care of a little girl. That's a fun trope to me. I think it's up to about volume 11 or so I need more of those. We have Inu Boku SS. I found these at a used bookstore just as they were going out of print, so I have 10 on order because it looks like it might be going out of print, although it wasn't when I got these, and then I can't find 11 anywhere, so that's always fun. This is an 11 volume series, so I'm just missing the end. Imadoki, another Uotase title. She did Fushigi Yugi. I've heard this one's cute, but I haven't read it yet. Most of her other series I just don't love as much as Fushigi Yugi, though. Josei, a science fiction shoujo. And I really liked Natsume Itsuki's Demon Sacred, but only 4 volumes came out. I didn't keep it since it was unfinished, and it felt like there was a lot more to go. But this one's complete, so I'm looking forward to that. Kiss of the Rose Princess. I have 1, 2, and 9. I think 9's the last volume. I picked those up really cheap somewhere. I don't know if I'll ever fill in the rest because it's not super my kind of story, but they're just kind of there. Kaze Hikaru, one of my favorites. 1 through 28, which is all that's out right now, but 29's on the way, I'm pretty sure. I Hear the Sunspot. I have more of these that a friend is borrowing. Kimagure Orange Road. I have volume 2, and I have had 1 on order forever. I hope they reprint it because it barely came out and I ordered it pretty quickly and I already can't get it. I think there's 5 or 6 of those. I have very fond memories of that anime at the anime club too. It's kind of a classic. Kitchen Princess 1 through 10. That's complete. Another cooking manga, which I won't call a guilty pleasure because what could be more wholesome than cooking? Kyo Karamao 1 and 2. Another series that got discontinued when Tokyo Pop went under. I think they got up to 6 or 7, so I got those cheaply, and then I found out that they never really got through it, so I haven't prioritized getting the rest. The King's Beast 1 and 2, a new series that's a spin-off of Dawn of the Arcana. Night of the Ice 1, 2, and 5. I have more on order, just waiting on the rest. I'm looking forward to that. I have Legend of Galactic Heroes novels. I'm missing gaps. There's 10 total. It's one of my favorite stories, and I'm looking forward to reading these, although it's gonna break my heart all over again. Kindaichi Case Files. I'm just missing the first one, The Opera House Murders, and 16 and 17. Then Tokyo Pop stopped putting these out. And Kimi ni Tojike. I have an almost complete set of those. I think I might have some more on order. They're just taking forever. That's a big theme of the collection right now. Lovely Complex. A really lucky used bookstore score. I practically screamed when I saw these. They did not have 2 and 4, so that's still a quest, but I did get those really hard to find later volumes for almost nothing. That was a very happy day for me. Laid Back Camp. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9. I'm not sure where that series is right now. It looks really cute, but it's hard to keep up with everything. So I'm not sure where it's at. Incurable Case of Love. I have 1, 3, and 6, and a couple more volumes just came in, and they're still on the haul pile. Kiss Him Not Me 1, 3, and 12. For some reason, one day Amazon made 1, 3, and 12 really cheap, so I bought them and not the rest. I have a couple more on order trying to fill it in. I've heard that series is really fun. Komi Can't Communicate Volume 1. Obviously, very popular series. I found that at a used bookstore. It's not high on my priority list. I'm not sure it's my thing, but I hear such good things about it. At some point, I'll pick it up and find out if it is my thing or not. Love Me Not. Again, I found 4 through 6 cheaply, so I need to get the rest. I think it's been out of stock lately, too. This might be 9 or 10 volumes, something like that. Carnival. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. Clearly need 5. Would love to replace this unmatched 4 library copy. I think this is up to like 11 or something. These are also translated by my friend Sue. L'Accordo d'Oro, another one. I pick it up if I find it. I know some of the later volumes are hard to find, so that might be another like pain in the ass later. Kakuryou, Bed and Breakfast for Spirits. I have 1 through 5. I honestly don't know where that series is at right now, but there it is. Kaguya-sama Love is War. One of my friends is borrowing volumes 1 through 3, so I'm almost caught up on those. I think maybe 15 is out. LDK is short for living room, dining room, kitchen. I'm missing 1, and then I have 2 through 10. I'm not sure what the status of those is right now. I think it's a total like 24 volumes or something. Lisa Latte and the Witch's Forest by the Fruits Basket creator. They only came out with 4 and I have 3. I didn't prioritize it when I found out that A, no one seems to be talking about it, and B, they didn't complete it. So, or she hasn't completed it, I should say. I think she just kind of put it on hiatus. Key to the Kingdom, I have 1 through 3. The art in this looks really pretty. It's a CMX title. I think it might be about 8 volumes. Hopefully complete. I'll finish that one someday. Love and Focus, I have volume 1. It's a 3 volume. In This Corner of the World, complete in 1 volume. Kingyo Used Books. This series is cute. They didn't finish translating it, but I really enjoyed it, although it made me want to read all the manga they mentioned that isn't brought over here. It's about a used bookstore that sells manga, and I hate this little, it's like, why is it smaller? Like the library chopped it up or something. And La Quinta Camera, a Natsume Ono one-shot. And moving on to the next shelf. Oh, this is already taking a lot of time, and I'm not even talking that much. Midnight Secretary, 1 through 7. That's complete. Monthly Girls, Nozaki-kun. I'm missing 2 and 7, and I don't have the 2 latest. Don't ask me why, it's just dumb. Nicola Traveling Around the Demon's World. This is 1 or 2 or 3 volumes. It's so cute, I love the art, I wish it was longer. Then I have a very random collection of Noragami Stray God. Need to work on that one. Mixed Vegetables, 1 through 8. That's complete, although a couple of them look kind of crappy. Otamen, I'm only missing 9. Another shoujo series that I hear a lot of good things about. Moonchild. I finally finished it. It doesn't look great, but man, that one was high difficulty level. My Girlfriend is a Geek, Volume 1. I think it's 3 volumes. Not super high on my priority list. Another thing I grabbed cheap somewhere. The Moon in Sandals. Another Fumi Yoshinaga title. And My Senpai is Annoying. I only have volume 1. I think it's like 3 or 4 volumes are out. My Androgynous Boyfriend. I have volume 1. I'm not sure volume 2 ever. That one ain't coming out fast, let me tell you. And then we have Ms. Koizumi Loves Ramen Noodles. Again, cooking manga. I'm a sucker. Medopuri by Matsuri Hino, who did Vampire Night. This is just one of those series that's so everywhere, like, you might as well pick it up. You're gonna find it for cheap at some point. Millennium Snow, volumes 1 and 2. I need to get the omnibus of volume 3 and 4, which came out much later. My Boy, volumes 1 through 5. That was kind of an impulse buy. It's an age gap story of some kind. After reading Bunny Drop, I kind of am like, oh, I'll give it some time before I read another one like that. Oishimbo. This is more of an informational manga with different cooking topics. I just pick them up when I see them cheap because cooking, but not really a plot line, so not high priority to me. Maid Sama, complete set of 2-in-1s. There are singles of these that came out first, but they were not completed, so I collected the omnibuses. My Brother's Husband, an LGBT manga. That was hardcovers. It's also out in omnibus form now, but it looks a little unwieldy. My Little Monster. I'm missing... Actually, I think I have them on order, but I'm missing 5 and 6. And that series is complete at 13 volumes. Mythical Beast Investigator. I think that one might only be a 2-volume. Not sure. Neck and Neck, another manhwa. Picked it up cheap. Not high priority. Just kind of sitting there. Moriarty the Patriot. This is a newer series. I like the art style, so I grabbed it. Complete series of Mars 1 through 15 and The Horse with No Name. This was another series I just kind of pieced together. A lot of them are not in great shape, but at least I have it because now it's really hard to find. I guess it got hot on TikTok. Number 6, volumes 1 through... Oh god, I can't read. The computer's messing up my eyes. Or the camera screen. Volume 1 through 8, it's complete. Maze and Ikoku, the new editions, they're lovely. I'm so glad they re-released this. I have 1 through 3 and I think 4 just came out. A Man and His Cat, the cutest series ever. Every time I read it I just cry. Like, oh. 1 through 3, I think 4's coming out or just came out. My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness and My Solo Exchange Diary. This artist also has a new one, My Alcoholic something. Can't quite remember the long title. Mint Chocolate, Volume 1. This is a new shoujo series. I think 2 is out now, too. Of the Red, the Light, and the Ayakashi. Almost complete. It's 10 volumes total, and I'm missing 7. In the back, we've got One Shot Maiden Railways. I love Japanese trains, so my husband actually bought that one, but it's here, and we will both enjoy it. Maiden Abyss, volumes 1 through 8. I think this is up to 9 or 10. Orisama Teacher back here. I have a lot of gaps in this. I think it just completed recently around 24 or so I need to work on that. I have this set of Ouran High School Host Club with many bad-looking ex-library volumes, and I don't have 3 and 18. It's like I just want to burn it and start over, but they're really out of stock, so at some point... I will not really burn it, by the way. Don't panic. Mages of the Library 1 through 4. This looks like a charming fantasy series with a lot of little detail-y things, but I haven't read it. Oku, one of my favorites. I have up through 17. I think 18 just came out recently. Orange, the complete collection 1, and Future. I'm missing the complete collection 2. I sold it to a friend who was desperate to have it when it was out of stock everywhere. I hope it gets back in stock. I didn't realize that the out of stock thing would last so long. Then, obviously, this is like the One Piece shelf. I still am missing a lot of One Piece. It takes up a lot of space, but I love One Piece. So I try to avoid falling in love with long shonen series because of that very reason. But I couldn't help it. 1001 Nights. One of the most beautiful manhwa. I never see this on anybody's shelf. The art's just gorgeous. I haven't read the whole thing. I've read the first few, and I did enjoy this one actually, although I complained about manhwa earlier, but I liked this one. These are like by a different publisher. That's interesting. I didn't actually realize that until just now. We've got Mugen Spiral, complete at 2 volumes. Otherworldly Izakaya Nobu. I have volumes 1 and 2. I know it's further along than that, though. NG Life, complete at 9 volumes. Hard to find now. This is by the same artist who did Yona. This was the series she did before Yona, I believe. And it's just hard to find now. Our Dreams at Dusk, complete at 4 volumes. They're LGBTQ themed manga. Otome Mania, Volume 1. I'm not sure if there's more of these out. I haven't seen it around, but I haven't really looked either. Our Dining Table, a one-shot. Again, food. I think there's Boys Love. It just looked cute. And then I have the Feast One Piece zine. My sister did some art for it, so she gave me a copy, and the art is so cool, and it has recipes that are good. I made one of them, and it was delicious. I have Queen's Quality. I'm missing 6, but otherwise I have up through 7. I didn't realize QQ Sweeper was like the sequel that you should read first, so that's like really high on my priority list because I've seen a lot of manga tubers raving about QQ Sweeper, but I don't have it yet. Sad. Papillon, I don't know, but I've studied Japanese but not French. This, I think 4 volumes came out and then Del Rey like stopped doing manga. This is by the Peach Girl artist. I got this in like a lot on eBay, so that's why it's just kind of there. Restaurant to Another World. I thought this was the manga, and it's actually the light novel, so oops. Then we have Pieces of a Spiral, 1 through 4 and 8. Looked like an old school shoujo-y series that I just kind of picked up on a whim at a used bookstore. Rainbow and Black, 1 and 2. I think that's all that's out right now. It's a pretty new release. The Queen's Knight, 1 through 3. Another kind of cheap impulse buy, or maybe it came in a lot. I don't really remember. And Pandora Hearts, complete series. This was another series that just started going out of print all of a sudden, and everyone panicked, and I panicked, and I was missing volume 22. That was the only one I was missing, and it was the hardest to find. So I bought an entire second set of it because it was like the same price as volume 22 is going for by itself. And then I sold most of the extras to someone on Manga Swap for like a very reasonable price, and if I had only kept them, they'd be worth hundreds now, but that's okay. I helped out a fellow manga fan, so only a tiny bit of regret. Good karma. Prince Freya, volumes 1 through 4, a newer fantasy series. Haven't really heard much about it, but it's also pretty early on, I would guess. I'm assuming it's probably not a super short series. We'll see. I haven't looked into it. Plum Crazy, Tales of a Tiger Striped Cat. That just looked cute. Please Save My Earth, complete at 21 volumes. This was one of the hardest series to complete out of my entire collection because there just are not a lot of copies around. Back on the floor. Got Ron in the Grey World, complete at 7 volumes. One of my favorite art styles of any manga. I just adore all of these covers. Even if I don't love the story, I'll probably just keep it for the art. Rasetsu, I think it's 8 volumes, so I'm missing 4 and 8. It's a sequel to Urara, which I also have, as you'll see. Pride and Prejudice, retelling, just a whim buy because I like Pride and Prejudice. Perfect World, 1 through 4, I think it's up to 5. I'm looking forward to reading that one. Requiem of the Rose King. I have 1 through 10. I think it's at about 13 or 14. I've heard really good things about that from certain people. I think I'll really like it. You need to get to that. Red River, 1 through 28, complete. A couple of them are not in good shape, but this was another one that was difficult to complete a few years ago and is now very hard to complete. Pet Shop of Horrors, I have the original series complete at 10 volumes, and then I'm missing a few of Pet Shop of Horrors Tokyo. Princess Jellyfish should fit in here, but where would it fit? My sister's never allowed to return it. And Story of Cyan Koku, complete at 9 volumes. Another out-of-print series that no one seems to own or talk about. And also translated by my friend Sue. Supply, I'm guessing is how you say it. Okay, and we have Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts, volumes 1 through 4, plus 6 and 12. I'm not really sure where this series is at. I'm clearly behind on it, so something to work on. Then I have Skip Beat, omnibuses. I have up through volume 30, which is 10 omnibuses. I'm currently reading it. It's a lot of fun. I was almost hoping I wouldn't like it because it's so long and it takes up a lot of space, but so far it's a lot of fun. I'm not complaining too much. Silent Voice 1, 2, 3, and 7. I think I have 4 in order. I'm kind of slowly finishing it out. I found 1 through 3 really cheap somewhere, so that's why I never got like the box set or anything. And Sensual Phrase complete at 18 volumes. Spirit Circle complete at 6 volumes. I have A Sign of Affection 1, 2's on order. Something's Wrong with Us 1, 2, and 4. Those are both ongoing. Saturn Apartments, I just have a cruddy volume 1. That one has some hard to find volumes, and I haven't really pursued it too much. Say I Love You, I'm missing volume 1, and I'm also missing volume 5. This is another one where I found a chunk used, I found a chunk half off. Need to fix that. Yeah. Then 10 Dance, I have 1 through 5. I'm not sure where this one's at either, to be honest. Tomo-chan is a Girl. I have volumes 1 through 7, and I just need volume 8 to complete the series. Silver Spoon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and 11. That one's high priority for me to complete right now. I don't think any of them are out of print yet, but Yum Press has been surprising me in a not good way with their out of printness, and I really need to catch up on that series. Then I have a complete but very bad looking set of Swan as far as what CMX released before they went under. This is an old school 70s shoujo ballet series, and I always have the old school shoujo if I can. Spy Family 1, 2, and 4. 3's on order, big surprise, I'll see it one day. Sweetness and Lightning volumes 1 through 3. I want to say it's about 10 volumes complete, but I could just be making that up. Takane and Hana, I'm up to date on this. My friend who loves Takane and Hana is borrowing the last couple volumes. And then there's one more, volume 18's the end. I'll be so sad to see that one go. It's so delightful. Tutera, another old school sci-fi shoujo. That one is complete. There's also Andromeda Stories, which I think kind of ties in, but I don't have that one. Sorry for My Familiar. I have up to volume 6, and that one I think is on 7 or 8 right now. Saint Young Men, I just have volume 1, kind of behind on that. Okay, so then we have Sweat and Soap, volumes 1 through 5. Very excited to read this. I've heard such good things. I think I'm almost up to date on it, or maybe I am up to date. It looks really cute. Toriton, Birds of a Feather. This is 2 volumes total. I just have the one. I need to get the other. I think the art style is really cute. Silver Diamond, a volume I picked up randomly and have not filled in the rest. It was not completed by Tokyo Pop, so I haven't prioritized it. 7 Days, Monday through Thursday and Friday through Sunday. That's complete at 2 volumes, and it also comes in an omnibus form. That Wolf Boy Is Mine. I have 3 and 4, so I need 1 and 2. That one I think is also coming out as an omnibus soon. Samurai Champloo. I just have volume 1. I found it cheap somewhere. These are hard to get. The anime was really cute, so I grabbed it since I happened to stumble on it. Toradora. I just have 5 and 7. These were cheap, getting free shipping on a book outlet order or something. I'm not sure if this series is really my style, but I guess I should get more so I can find out, because I'm not going to find out reading 5 and 7. That Blue Sky Feeling, I got this a long time ago, back when Barnes & Noble used to have Manga Mondays half off. Oh, I missed that. I impulse bought a lot of stuff. Sorcerers and Secretaries, an Amera manga by a friend of mine. It's a super cute little love story that's really not expensive to grab. I really recommend it. 10 count. I only have volume 1. I think it's 6 volumes. It's not in good shape either. It was cheap. Fumi Yoshinaga's Truly Kindly one shot. Then I have recently just completed my set of Tramps Like Us. I grabbed this series in the nick of time. It's really hard to find now, and I saw it sitting at somewhere online forever and just was like, I'll pick it up someday. I finally did, and then like 2 weeks later it suddenly got really hot, I swear. I have good luck. Tokyo Tarareba Girls, complete at 9 volumes. I heard there's a spin-off to that. Is that true? I want more Higashimura stuff. I have Twin Speaka. I guess that's how you say it. Complete at 12 volumes. That series looks really cute. Suikoden 3. I am missing volume 7. I got all these for a song. I remember the game fondly, and then I found out that volume 7 costs like $1 zillion, and I'm not gonna pay $1 zillion for this manga. I mean, I guess I'll read 1 through 6 and maybe it's amazing, and I will end up eating my words. Stepping on Roses, complete at 9 volumes. Also by the same mangaka, conveniently. Tale of the Moon, complete at 15 volumes, but there is a prequel that I need. Teasing Master Takagi-san. I just have the 2 of that one for now. Okay, and then I've got The White Cat's Revenge as plotted from the Demon King's lap. I also volume 1. I'm in the middle of reading it, so that's why it's not here. Witch Hat Atelier. I have 1 through 5. I have 6 on order. W Juliet. I always want to say this like, what Juliet? I don't know why. Like, what is the W? I guess I'll read it and find out. That's complete at 14 volumes. Wild Ones, complete at 10 volumes. Water Dragon's Bride, complete at 11 volumes. And We Were There. I have, as you can see, I'm missing 5, and I need everything after 8. I think it's 14 volumes. A few of them are hard to find, but I do have 5 on order. Then, of course, Sailor Moon, beautiful Eternal Editions. I really hope these might be on the Right Stuff sale. That would make me happy. I want more of them. We Swore to Me in the Next Life, and that's when things got weird. I just have volume 2, so I need to get 1 before I can read it. Wolfsmund, 1 through 8. Not my usual kind of read, but I do love historical, and I also really like the art style. It has kind of a detailed quality that I liked, and I happened to find the rarest volume cheap, so then I was like, oh, what the heck. With the Light, Raising an Autistic Child. The series will never be completed because sadly the mangaka died. But it is a very unique and lovely manga that is very hard to find now. The Way of the House Husband, I have 1 through 3. I know it's a little farther along than that. I see most of people say this as wotakoi, but I feel like it should be wotakui, because it's like otaku, and koi is affection, but I don't know if I'm wrong or if everyone else is wrong, but whatever it's called, I have 4 of them, which is up to date. And it's also super cute. Wake Up Sleeping Beauty is complete at 6 volumes. What Did You Eat Yesterday? I have volumes 1 through 14. I think 15 came out recently. I love that series. It's just like so chill. There's just like parts of it where the guy's just like, I'm shopping for bok choy, it's cheap today. And I'm like, this is very relatable. I'm always thinking about the price of groceries. Yona of the Dawn. I have the more recent ones on order. And I'm missing a couple because they were hard to find and I sold them to someone who was trying to read it at the moment and I'd already read them. So I'm like, well, you can have mine and I'll order more. Then I have The Wanted one shot. I have Yakuza Cafe one shot. I have Vampire Night almost complete, just missing 14. I pieced that together in little bits. And I have Yurada. I don't know. It's always hard to do the double R's in Japanese. And then I have some random Japanese manga. Legend of Galactic Heroes. My beloved men of Legend of Galactic Heroes. This is one volume of the shoujo Vision of Escaflowne, which is never translated here. And I bought this so long ago that I was learning Japanese. And I used to have little translation notes. Oh yeah, there they are. Post-it notes I put as I translate it very, very slowly. But the art's cute. I have volume 2 of it as well. I have a manga about Char Aznable from Gundam doing random everyday life stuff. Char no something. Day, that's day. So I'm gonna assume like daily life. And then more Legend of Galactic Heroes. These are the like film comic. And another Legend of Galactic Heroes random thing with like pictures of the guys in ships. Yeah, like who is the guidance for this? The guys are kind of looking like pinups, and then there's a lot of ship designs in it. So that is my manga collection currently. I also forgot that I have Butterflies Flowers that my friend just returned and I didn't put it back in the shelf yet. I hope you enjoyed this tour of my manga collection, at least at this moment in time. Always buying more stuff and selling stuff and kind of trading things out. So it will continue to evolve. If there's any manga that I don't have that you are thinking I would love, especially if it's quite obscure, because I love looking for weird stuff or new stuff that might have slipped my radar, drop me a comment and tell me, because I'm always adding more things to my list. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe.